Hello, and welcome to Sideshow's First Look. Today we're looking at the Boba Fett Deluxe version 6-scale figure set by Hot Toys from Star Wars The Mandalorian. The box is going to be our traditional shoebox design. On the front, a photograph of both figures, the traditional cigar band wrapped around showing additional accessories and pose options. When you lift off the shoebox design, inside is going to be an action pose and yet another photograph before revealing the trays beneath. The Deluxe Boba Fett figure comes in 2 trays with the addition of an accessory tray that will be attached to the top main tray. That top main tray is going to have both the unarmored and armored versions of Boba Fett, as well as his jetpack, weapons, and the battle-damaged stormtrooper helmet. The lower tray has 2 distinct display bases with a dynamic stand and a traditional stand. Attached to this main tray will be an accessory tray with all of his hands and all of the different firing effects. Now, there are a lot of pieces to look at, so let's take everything out of these trays and get a better look. Now, there is a collector's edition of this figure available, and that will include everything from this figure over on the right side of your screen. But today, we're going to be looking at everything in the Deluxe. Let's begin with the items exclusive to this Deluxe set. A battle-damaged stormtrooper helmet. You're going to have the unarmored Boba Fett figure with an amazing portrait. You're going to have a special stand, as well as the cycle rifle and gaffi stick and his pistol. And over here, you're going to see that you have a hologram of Jango Fett. Now, the Boba Fett is going to have that incredibly weathered and battle-damaged look that we saw him in. His jetpack, you're going to have a rocket firing effect, thrust fire effect, flamethrowers, pistol. He's going to also have his whistling bird effect for the knee armor, swap out hands, and a chain coat effect. Lastly, a dynamic flight stand with, again, another specific base. Let's take a look at these amazing sculpts. One of the most incredible portrait sculpts I've ever seen in a 6-scale figure. Look at the scarring and the way in which they've done that paint design. Also the glare in the eyes and a little bit off to the side. Now that design, of course, goes all the way on to the sides. Now this outer cloak does have wire in the hood, so you can pose it around the head. Okay, I've taken off the outer cloak to show all the design here. First up, on the chest area, you're going to have those great vertical tight stitching, as well as, of course, the leather band across, going down to his ammo belt and the corded underbelt here. Now, right around the neck here, there's also a wire as well, giving you a little bit more posability. Here on the side, we have the holster, and that is magnetic right here to allow you to put the pistol right inside. Now, down here on the front, we're going to have this draping down. Now, this is a very thin material, so be cautious when adjusting it. Working our way down, we do have those loose pant in that kind of crepe silken material. Amazing new design for Boba Fett on the boot with more of a stirrup and underneath and work boot style. Let's take a look at the back of the figure. It's going to have that brass buckle holding the ammo belt on. Here's that light and thin fabric that I was talking about. You can see that they've gone and dirtied and aged that. Okay, for our head sculpt, the pivot point is going to be right here under the neck. This gives us that clean line right here. And we have a full range of motion on the head there. Get down to the shoulders. Because it is a cloth outfit, we are not hindered. We can go all the way out to 90. We do have that swivel in the bicep. The elbow is a double joint and a traditional wrist peg here. As far as your forward motion, you're going to be able to go straight out and almost straight back. It's a butterfly joint as well. Now, because this is padded in the midsection, you're not noticing it as much, but it does have range of motion to turn side to side as well as rock back and forth. But the front to back is quite substantial. Now let's take a look at the hips. Down here is going to be that thin fabric, so be careful and move that to the side when doing any movement down here. Because they are a loose pant, There's no bunching at all, and you're able to go very, very far in the spread there. This is going to be a twist there on the thigh as well. Now, as far as front to back, again, not hindered at all. We can go almost straight out and back, about 30 degrees. I'm going to move these out of the way so we can show off that, yes, it is going to be double jointed. Here on the boot is got a split cut, allowing you to use that roller ball and move the boot wherever you need. Okay, it's time to take a look at the articulation on that Boba Fett figure. This has to be the most weathering and battle damage we've seen on any 6-scale figure, seen all the way down to the metal. And you can even see in areas here where you get that flaking effect to it. And this goes all the way around that helmet on all the sides, including the back as well. It also is down here on the shoulders. His insignias almost all removed from that Sarlacc acid. Right here on the chest, also beaten up. Now, all of these pieces are permanently attached. They are not removable. Here you're going to have the under armor, kind of the cloth outfit. And look at that tight vertical stitching in there. You're going to have these tri-colored corded belt underneath his ammo belt. And that's going to attach onto the leather holster with a magnetic flap closure so you can put the pistol inside. Now let's take a look at the right arm. You're going to have the cord here. It is reinforced, and this is to allow you to do the flamethrower effect on that arm there. Here on the left arm, you're going to have, again, incredible wear and damage. You're going to have his missile firing there, and right here, this little bit removes, and it's under there that you're going to slide either the code key or you're going to put in the Jango Fett hologram. On the right knee, we're going to see that battle damage again on the guard. Now this one here is interchangeable with one that you can attach the whistling birds to. Now this is the same boot we saw with the unarmored Boba Fett. We've got great dirt and gunk inside the tread and that great walking tread right there. Now here is that beautiful battle damaged helmet with more wear and tear than we've seen on any 6-scale figure. You can see in areas where the paint is actually done up in layers and then all the way down to the bare metal. The rangefinder does drop down. Here again, showing that paint. Now this helmet can be removed so you can swap it out with the unarmored portrait. Now the helmet lifts off like so. The neck peg for this is going to be quite unique. It does have foam up here, and that is to protect the inside of the helmet that's been detailed. You're going to remove right from here, lifting the whole thing off to swap out the portrait. Here is the interior detail of that helmet. You've seen they've gone and done all of the leather padding all the way through around. And that's why you're going to have that foam on that peg, so it's protected when it slides on. The articulation of the armored version is almost identical to what we saw with the unarmored version. The arms are able to go straight up and out. They can go straight forward and almost straight back. You're going to have that turn cut bicep. You're going to have double joint there on the elbow, traditional wrist peg. You're going to have that also on the other side, and these are going to move with it. Because again, we're going to still have that padded midsection there, but you do have the ability to twist side to side. A lot of that is going to be coming from the waist area here. You are able to drop side to side and again, front to back. Because of those loose pants, we're able to get a very far wide spread on there. Legs straight out. Can also go back a little. Double joint on the knee and the split cut on the boot, with the roller ball allowing for great range of motion. These figures come with a huge amount of accessories. Right now, I want to show off some of those. Here's that cycle rifle. Now the strap on it is done in a leather, and that'll go over the shoulder of the figure. You're going to see the great use of different metal paint techniques throughout, up there on the scope and on the top of it, down into the trigger. You get great wood grain here. as well as the deep wood grain on the stock. And that goes all the way around. Boba's pistol, again with the wood grain and the great weathering on that. This will slide right into that leather holster with the magnetic closure. Here is the Jango Fett hologram. This one is exclusive to the deluxe set. And you see down here, this is going to slide underneath that wrist gauntlet that is on his left hand. And here's the battle damaged stormtrooper helmet. Heavily damaged there. Great paintwork and damage done on there all the way up onto the forehead there. Obviously there on the side. Cracked down the nose area and the dirt and grime around the back. However, there is one neat feature on this. The helmet has a traditional peg style here. So if you have a Hot Toys Stormtrooper figure, you'll be able to swap this helmet onto it for an action pose. Boba Fett's jetpack, heavily weathered, heavily damaged, but repaired. Here, the rockets do articulate. Here down in the bottom is where you're going to add those flame effects. They key in there. See, it does have the air intake there. And again, still all the weathering down in there. The weathering continues on the back. There's going to be a magnet here that will help attach it to the back of the figure. There is foam there to protect the figure from it. Here at the top, inside here, you're going to key in either the rocket or the rocket and the rocket firing effect. I'll show those to you right now. Okay, here we have the rocket as well as the rocket firing effect. These can key together into the jetpack or the rocket individually. Here is the flame effect, and that's going to attach right here into the right wrist gauntlet. Here are your two thrust fire effects for use with the jetpack, and those attach right here. Now here is the swap out knee armor for use with the whistling birds. A lot of weathering. You can see the elastic strap, and the instructions are going to tell you how to swap that out. Now the whistling birds come with two blast effects where you're going to have the missile, that warm orange glow, and then the firing effect. And those are going to key in to the knee armor. Here is the chain code effect, and that will key in with this tab right here. Both a right and left fist with the armament over the top. You have a pistol firing hand, and the deluxe figure will come with two of these. We have a right and left gripping hand with the thumbs extended. And we have a unique gesturing hand with the extended index finger. Now the Deluxe comes with two display bases, one with the traditional stand and one your dynamic stand. And both of these bases are unique designs to each one. This has been Sideshow's first look at the Boba Fett Deluxe version 6-scale figure set by Hot Toys. For more information about this deluxe set, follow the link below. Make sure to tune in to Unsealed and Revealed, where we're going to have more fun with this figure set. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to let your geek side show.